Harley Hoosier, and this is 24 DCCR 1385 and 25 DCCR 1237. And so their state has, we were going to be here on reviewing bond conditions.
2 felony DWIs while already on bond. That's not just bad luck, that's a legal ticking time bomb. Judges take repeat offenders seriously, and when prescription drugs enter the mix, things get complicated fast. Let's see how Carly's fate unfolds.
That's correct. And then the state has filed a motion to increase the bond.
Yes, Judge.
And is that in both of the cases or just that one?
In both cases, Judge.
Let me pull this up. I know I took a look at it last week, but
This one's charged.
and so we've got both of these cases are driving while intoxicated, third or more. The first offense date is from May 6th of 2023. The second from February 10th of 2020.
Notice how the judge immediately starts reviewing bond conditions. That's crucial. Bond isn't just about freedom. It's about trust. If Carly breaks that trust again, even unintentionally, the court can revoke her bond in a heartbeat.
5. Give me just a second here. Well, it's working. It's just working slow. So I've got some history with regard to prescriptions. Some of it's obviously very hard to read, but it looks like prescriptions for alprazolam and something called D-amphetamine. Okay. Can't tell the date. One of them specifically says no refills.
Alprazolam, better known as Xanax, and amphetamine derivatives can be potent combinations. Even if prescribed, misuse or overuse can lead to impaired driving charges. The court isn't just seeing pills. They're seeing a public safety risk waiting to happen.
I can't read the dates on these.
We can get better photos, Judge. She had had that prescription for,
It shows it expires October of this October 31st for the,
Judge, I had a number of questions about those photos myself. I mean, I'm not necessarily, well, I guess I am questioning the validity. This doctor that allegedly prescribed it, this Rajan Desai, there's either an Austin address or a Millburn, Texas address for this doctor. When I looked him up through the Texas Medical Board, and I'm just a little curious about.
so where do you go to the doctor? Where's this doctor from?
From Beaumont, and I do a telemed every month except every 3 months. I go to his office. I don't know what are you doing today?
Today?
Yes, ma'am.
Where specifically?
Telemed today.
Oh,
Yes,
well, here's what I think I'm going to do based on the nature of what these medications are and the history. Well, are you driving? Okay, I don't know if I already did, but a condition of your bond is going to be, as of today, that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle ever, period. Okay, so if you're caught driving, obviously you'll be right back in jail without, probably without a bond. Mr. Coleman, other than a no driving, is there any other?
You know, Judge,
And there it is. The gavel drops metaphorically. No driving. Period. Imagine hearing that. Your independence gone instantly. But after multiple DWIs, this judge is sending a message. I'm done giving chances. What would you do in Carly's place?
I just would like to reiterate, and we put it in our motion, and it sounds like the court's read the motion, but, she's got 4 previous DWIs, Judge, and in addition, she picked up this latest DWI while out on bond for a DWI.
Right.
And that, along with the positive drug test, I think the public safety, the community safety demands some additional assurances.
And Judge, our argument would be that the DWI itself is for the medications. She's been on these medications for.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're on medication and you're
Right.
taking too much medication, then that's a problem.
Sure.
So you can be on these medications and not be.
Also, the failure of the drug test was for these medications.
Right, I understand that. My biggest concern is the fact that if the medications are not being taken properly or too much of the medications, then that's a larger concern with the safety, and I completely understand and agree with Mr. Coleman on that. How'd you get here today? Here's what I want you to do, what I'm going to order you to do. I'm going to order that at your appointment, I'm requiring you to find out and with your doctor, get a prescription for something that is non-narcotic. So something that is not going to cause these issues if in fact our concern is that you are misusing or overusing these medications, then there's other medications that you can take. You need to talk to him today. I want you on your way to be off of both of these medications and on.
This is smart judicial strategy. Instead of immediate jail, the judge orders a medical solution, forcing Carly to replace her controlled meds with non-narcotic alternatives. It's a blend of accountability and compassion, something we rarely see in repeat offender cases.
Something that would not lead to the issues that you're having. Does that make sense? You need to get that information from him, find out what he can prescribe. I want those to Ms. DeLage, and I want her to get those to me. That is a condition of your bond at this point. If you don't do that today at that appointment and get that information to her, then I'm going to, what I'll do today is not rule on Mr. Coleman's motion. So that motion to raise your bond is still out there. And if you don't get this information and you don't get this done today, then your bond will likely be raised and you'll be in jail. Do you understand? All right.
My only question is, the medication to get off of it abruptly can cause.
I understand that. I'm not saying you have to get off of it abruptly. I'm saying I want the plan and how you're going to do it, what it's going to be reduced to, what it's going to take its place, whatever it is. I want that. You need to tell him that you have been ordered to get off the medications, but obviously that needs to be done in a medical way, but I want whatever that plan is and how you're going to do that, and I want that to Ms. DeLay so she can get it to me tomorrow. Okay? All right, tell her free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so you're James Lofton?
Just when you think it couldn't get heavier, we move from bond violations to probation violations. James Lofton's story shows how second chances can vanish in an instant. One failed test could mean 10 years behind bars. Let's see if the judge shows mercy or runs out of patience.
And Mr. Lofton was previously in court. Now, the misdemeanor is something that, remind me, why do I have that
He
on?
was supposed to have pled to his misdemeanor several resets
Right.
ago each time prior to coming down here, because our plan is to have him, we had talked about
To extend
ISF,
probation and ISF.
But now, it's for safety if the court considers based on this update PSI, but obviously we can't do that until he pleads to the misdemeanor.
Well, I can do that today, and he can go into custody, and y'all can go take care of it.
That's what I was just going to.
Because he'll sit in custody until he goes and
Correct,
takes
that's-
care of that other case, because he won't go.
correct.
All right. So in cause number 16-24485, first you're James Lofton. Mr. Lofton was previously in court, and that is a motion to revoke probation. On probation for the third-degree felony of assault, family violence. It was a 5-year deferred at one point, and then in February of 2020, that probation was revoked and given a 10-year term that was probated for 5 years, so went to a straight probation, placed on high-medium caseload and zero tolerance. I've received the updated pre-sentence report also. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Yes, ma'am.
I have her.
Any additions or corrections to that?
No, ma'am, the only thing I would say is since PSI is that we have, this last week, we have gone and taken a drug test at Beaumont Occupational, and my client has, is that and I have those drug test results at the court within it.
That's not going to change
Okay.
what I
enough,
do.
fair
Based
enough.
on the nature of that examination and the substance abuse evaluation, I'm going to follow those. I appreciate that he stayed clean for some amount of time.
Yes, ma'am.
But if I'm going to follow, after what I just said with regard to the
Yes,
nature of where we've gone on this, he, looks like there's a new misdemeanor, driving while intoxicated second, and that was from December of 2023. We're just finally getting here, so I'm going to do what's necessary, I think, if I'm going to leave him on probation to keep everybody safe.
Like I said earlier,